Hi, this video is about why and how to calibrate your Brazen Coffee Brewer. It's important to calibrate this brewer before its first use. Calibration should be repeated about every 6 months, or if you move the brewer to a new location with a significantly different altitude. To begin, fill with cold water to the calibration line. Then, on the display, press the mode button. Scroll through the programming choices until you reach the one that says calibrate. Calibrating makes the brewer accurate for the altitude where it's located. It also prevents something called component drift, an electronics term. In other words, it makes the brewer's temperature sensor more accurate. Move the arrow buttons up or down until you reach the altitude to your nearest 250 feet. If you don't know your altitude, you can find it online. Now press start. For example, we're setting it here for 750 feet above sea level. We know that water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, but that's only true at or near sea level. For every 500 feet above sea level, water boils at 9/10 of a degree less. The higher the elevation, the lower the boiling point. When you calibrate the Brazen, its system sets a temperature limit based on altitude. Otherwise, false readings would occur. At 5,000 feet, water boils at 203 degrees. That's just a fact of physics. So once calibrated, the Brazen will not accept a target temperature higher than it, or water itself, can attain. In other words, calibration optimizes and corrects the system for altitude. Other coffee brewing systems cannot approach this level of accuracy. You will have accurate data instead of none. Imagine operating an oven with no dial or keypad, or flying an airplane with no instruments. The Brazen calibration line is kept low to avoid any kind of boil over during the process. A series of beeps indicates that the process has ended and your Brazen is now calibrated. Your Brazen brewer has now been accurately calibrated and is ready for using. Thank you for watching.